It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the toss, Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
In motion left, that's Cooper. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA, and now a great... That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Raiders on third down. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2nd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Brenza's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Look at the dance and the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the offense has it first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On play action, it's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On play action, now Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. The swing pass caught. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 14 yards that time for number 14. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Bridgewater here to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Vikings, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.